What's going on, guys? Since I'm stuck in traffic heading to my first gun show, that'll be another video about me building my first AR-15. But until then, I'm gonna do a video where everyone does it. 5 things I hate about my Civic Hatchback Sport. Okay, first off, the one thing that drives me nuts has to be between either the pillar, which by the way, it rattles for dear life. I've took it into the dealership, and then they try to fix it. Or actually, let me rephrase that. They didn't try to fix it. They try to I guess get the noise to appear, or I guess come about, and then the service writer, the technician and everything keeps telling me, said, I don't hear anything, you're just listening, like, you know, I guess hearing things and stuff like that. But actually, if you actually go on to anything, the forums like Civic X, Civic Nation, 10th Gen Civic, everyone actually complains about it. It's to the point where I sometimes have to turn on my radio a little bit louder than normal so that it could zone it out, which I think I shouldn't have to do or anything, because it's a brand new car. Come on, man. I talked to the tech. The tech says if it's a noise that comes back, they're gonna have to pull off the pillar. Apparently, he keeps saying that if he has to pull off the pillar, then apparently there's like certain tabs that has to be broken or something. And I'm like saying, hold up, why would Honda design a pillar that has to have tabs broken off to just take it off? That does not make any sense to me. To be honest, I think he's being full of crap. Anyways, that's one. The second one, man, this, I don't know why Honda even did this. The tire pressure sensor. Honda did not use a standard tire pressure system that mounts to the rim and stuff like that, like any other car that I had, any other Honda had before. This tire pressure sensor, apparently, it's kind of interesting to explain. It's tire calculations. Apparently, it does some kind of calculations. I forgot how it works, with something about like speed and pressure or something, and then it kind of, I guess, tell you if you got a flat or not, which I think it's stupid. Because right now, the day I left the dealership, the light is on. Oil change, the light is on. What else? Driving to Atlantic City with this car, the light is on. Like, really? Right now, is the light still on right now? Like, I reset it a million times. Everyone tells me how to do it. I even read about it, make sure, like, you know, I'm not doing something wrong. Nothing, same thing. Sometimes I get lucky, and then a month go by, and then I don't have the tire pressure sensor light on. Okay, so it is what it is. I just gotta deal with the stupid indicator light on the dash, which really sucks. So that's 2. The third one, the transmission. Okay, keep in mind, this is not a performance car or anything, but some people have modded and you know, have increased power on it, which is pretty amazing. But the thing is, the transmission is a CVT transmission, which means, in my opinion, a piece of crap. To a certain extent. This depends on who's actually owning the car. For me, keep in mind that I drive like a Subaru, and that has been modified, and it's enjoyable to drive and everything. But this, if you increase the power to a certain extent, it's cool. But then if you go beyond a certain amount, the CVT transmission gives out. No one really has like an upgrade for the CVT transmission or anything that I know of yet. If they did, I probably missed it. The reason why is the CVT transmission is it's like belt driven. So imagine how can I how can I compare this? Imagine riding a Honda Ruckus. Same concept. And then the thing is, if the belt snaps, apparently what I heard is everything has to get replaced because your transmission is going to go ballistic. So, no good on the CVT transmission. So that's it. So what we got so far, we got we got the pillar, we got the tire pressure sensor, we got the transmission, and so we got on number 4. Okay, number 4. Number 4, to be honest, I guess is very subjective. I normally, actually no, I didn't own a hatchback. I own a Scion TC, so that was a hatchback. However, I didn't have that problem in that car. The blind spot in this car is actually pretty bad. That corner right there, or doesn't matter really. Actually, that corner. The way the hatchback is designed, that blind spot is actually pretty bad. I actually have to readjust my passenger side mirror and also my rear view mirror so that I can kind of see that corner. Does it fix all the problem? Not really, but it does its best to try to make sure I don't get an accident when I'm merging to the right side. So just keep in mind, it's a really it could be a really bad situation for those who aren't very aware when they're driving Civic Hatchback Sport. Eventually you get used to it, but well, we live in a world where, you know, common sense doesn't really exist that much. The back window, you can still see it, but if a car gets into like the really like corner, you won't be able to see it. Good luck. Number 5, the head unit. Okay, I understand. I understand you can get the limited and stuff like that, or whatever the next model is from the Sport, and then you can get the LED headlights and all that stuff. But the head unit is atrocious. So this is the head unit, by the way. It's a little small, dinky rink screen. You can't really see anything out of it. Sometimes the interface is very confusing. But I already fixed that. I'll link my head unit that I have in this car right now, which is the Phoenix Android head unit. By the way, it's amazing. You can't really compare anything with that head unit because the amount you're paying versus the stock upgraded head unit, I think that I will, you know, I will definitely give into that because, one, you're getting navigation. Really? For a head unit that costs like 300 something bucks. That's crazy. And before you guys say anything, it has a built-in navigation, and on top of that, it has I'm running Waze right now, so it's definitely my cup of tea. Other than that, those are my 5 dislikes of the Civic. I understand that some of the stuff that I mentioned, anybody could have a different perspective with it. That's why I said that it's very subjective. Other than that, there are some other things, but those are the 5 that actually bothers me the most. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and hope you guys watch my next video. Thank you.